Hey guys, how are you doing?
Good, thank you. How are
All good. And
you?
you?
I'm doing pretty good. Thanks for asking. So, for the
Good.
people that are watching and don't know you, can you please introduce yourself and share a little bit of what you do?
Yeah.
Right. I am Cesare,
I'm Alia.
and we are the founders of Shippable Coaching. So we
Mhm.
run a online coaching business, and we used to be personal trainers back in the days, and we transferred all our business online. So we made content creation the main pillar of our business, essentially, in the past couple of years.
Yeah, exactly. So we transitioned from being personal trainers to online coaching and started exploring the online coaching world.
Yes.
Amazing. And can you tell me what was your situation before we started working together? And what specific challenges were you facing? Why essentially did you reach out to us?
Right. Essentially, we spent, before meeting you guys, we spent 2 years creating content. We are pretty much self-taught in terms of content creation. When we opened the online coaching, we bought a camera and started learning by ourselves on YouTube and with friends how to record, how to edit, where to take inspiration from the content. And it was very clunky. We didn't really have a framework. So we constantly chased the numbers. We were trying to get views, and also we were trying to get leads, but it wasn't really going very far. Of course, in this 2 years time frame, we improved our content, but on a scale from 1 to 10,
It was never
we
quite
probably got stuck at number 2,
there.
and which was quite frustrating.
Yeah, we just kind of hit a bit of a brick wall and we wasn't getting the views that we felt that we should be getting in terms of
The
our
engagement
work,
was
how we
really
work with
bad.
our clients. We just felt like we didn't understand how to grow organically.
Yeah, organic has always been.
To us, it was just like impossible. We were just like, oh, we can't do it because we're not like famous, or we don't have this kind of following behind us originally. So how are we going to grow against all these other people on social media?
Yeah, to me, like even reaching like 10,000 views on a reel
was like, oh my God.
Yeah, it was very mystical for us. And running an online coaching business, having a good content is like the most fundamental thing. So I spent probably the past 6 months looking for some coaches that could mentor us one-to-one, because we knew what we wanted. It was very difficult to find somebody who could support us essentially, until we found you guys, and we adopted your strategies and your framework.
Okay, thank you guys for giving the context behind, let's say, your situation before working together. I'm curious to ask you, genuinely and honestly, what made you decide to work with us specifically at the time?
It was me actually scrolling.
Yeah.
I remember.
Because we knew we wanted to get a
We
content.
knew we wanted some content coaches,
like just for content.
Yeah, and we knew that we wanted a one-to-one approach, which is pretty much impossible to find nowadays. Everyone's running courses, everything is automated, lots of systems, but we wanted a human touch. I wanted to make sure that the person I was going to work with would look at my content, would look at my scripts, and tell me exactly what it was wrong. So I kind of started just watching creators that would teach you how to create content. And I remember spending hours scrolling and following lots of people that were teaching how to make content, until I found you guys. And I think your content style really resonated with you. Plus, I kind of spotted the Italian accent, so that made it kind of easy as well to take this decision.
Yeah.
And so it really made sense what you guys said in your content. So I kind of hopped in all of your CTAs, all the resources that you guys were offering. They were all very high value. And obviously, when you get high value lead magnets, you kind of expect to get high value service as well. And until you guys opened, you offer
slots. I mean, you were waiting.
I remember I was in a waiting list for quite a while. I think I was in a waiting list for a couple of months. And I was nearly kind of texting you guys privately or sending you an email just to ask you to open it one slot for me. And then one day I got your email, and then started from there, really.
Great. And I want to ask you, did you guys have any like hesitations or concerns before getting started?
No,
because we knew
we needed
this.
Call, obviously we kind of just took a moment to decide.
I think
it felt right, didn't it?
Yeah,
and we connected well.
We knew that we knew what we needed. We knew what we wanted. We very much connect with people that we work with. And I think it only took us 5 minutes during the call to understand that we wanted to work with you guys, honestly. Because that's exactly the approach that we wanted, and the energy that you guys had was exactly the one that we were looking for. So it wasn't a difficult decision.
So why did we call for an hour? So why did we call for an hour? That's I'm really happy to hear that. And for the people that never been in our program and are watching this video now, can you walk me a little bit through, in general, your experience working with us and what was the process like?
Working with you guys has been great because whenever we need help, we get a response. You have a very clear structure in terms of how things work. So obviously from where you start, how we need to collect data, how we need to look for resources, how we need to actually study and find, I suppose, our niches and what to look for and how to do it.
Yeah.
So that.
Plus, it's not just about creating the framework. It's also the fact that you guys want us to send you the previews of the videos that we create, so you can correct it, and you not just correct our reels, but you correct the scripts beforehand. And also, I remember one day we were in the kitchen filming one of our first reels, and you were literally asking us to send pictures of how we were actually using the camera to film us in the right way. And all this has been,
it's a very personal touch. We feel like you really want us to do well and that you care, and that means a lot to us, because whenever we have an issue, we're like, okay, we'll ask Brian, like Brian will be our savior, and you guys will come and change everything and make it better.
So I can tell it's not just, I can tell obviously that you guys running this business because you guys want to be successful in your business, but in order to be successful, you need to be very passionate about what you do. You need to be very genuine about it. Like you truly want to help somebody, and that's what we feel when we work with you guys. So it's not just about sending us a few videos, follow the course, and then you get the weekly review or whatever. It's just like day-to-day approach, and that's exactly what we wanted. And we can book as many calls as we want, which makes it even easier for us.
We probably annoy you by now.
No, guys. And certainly, I won't be saying that on this call. Okay. All right, that's amazing. And you talked a little bit about the personalized touch of the program. Is there any other, in general, like element, strategy, things that we worked on together, process-wise, that you would say that had the biggest impact for you?
I think it's just knowing how to actually make content, from literally looking on Instagram, the inspirations, Poppy AI, how to script. Like, I think for me, it's been that whole process that we never knew about.
Yeah. Also, I used to binge content on social media as a consumer.
Yes, we switched our mindset.
I don't watch reels as a consumer anymore. I couldn't care less. Now when I watch a reel, for example, a reel that has gone viral, I get very analytical and I try to understand which features of that reel made it viral, so I can kind of absorb it in myself, and I can kind of replicate it when I make some reels as well. Obviously, I'm not quite there yet. It's going to take me some time. Once again, from 1 to 10, we used to be 2. I think we are 6, 7, and now we need to get to 10. But just the fact that we're thinking about every single component of our reels makes a huge difference. We never used to pay so much attention on visuals and hooks.
Why this has gone viral, what that person's doing, what call to actions are working.
The call to action, it's a whole process that we never really adopted. Back in the days, we just used to script in 5 minutes, get to the gym or in the kitchen, record in 5 minutes, send it to the editor, and get it done.
But now it's so much
and
more.
hoping that it would work. Now,
so our view on it is very different.
Completely different. We look at it like just like a job, essentially. Like we have to follow specific steps in order
before filming,
before posting it. And if the reel doesn't look good, we don't post it. So we get to we correct it. Back in the day, we just used to post it because we wanted to get the content out there, no matter what.
Amazing. And also we always try to provide some value to the people watching these videos, and it's great what you guys said about a lot of it comes from really being able to change the mindset from, both the consumers and producer are on the same platform, right? They just use it with a different mindset. And if you really know what you're looking for, every single time you open Instagram, it could be work for you, right? You could learn things and then implement it for your content to go viral yourself, getting leads and all those amazing stuff. So, really makes me proud and happy that you guys really shifted the mindset when it comes to that, because it's probably number one thing that is going to allow you to also succeed over the long term when it comes to social media, because it's really about changing the mindset and really seeing social media as an opportunity. So
especially because in 2025 and even moving forward, who is able to grab the attention of people on social media wins, essentially. This is really a skill set. If you got the skill to create good content, you're pretty much sorted for the years to come, because this is only going to grow moving forward from here.
100%. All right, that all sounds great. Can you also share for the people so they know that we've been doing some actual work, if you can share some specific metrics and results that demonstrate the progress that we've been experiencing together?
Yeah, we can. Do you want to share the screen or something?
Even if you guys want a little bit talk about it, and we might put some stuff on screen in the
I think the craziest stuff happened on TikTok, especially. We had amazing numbers on Instagram, of course, but I think the craziest numbers happened on TikTok. We went from 2,000 to 40,000 followers in the range of 6 weeks, which is absolutely insane. And we have more than 7 to 8 videos that surpassed 1 million or nearly got to 1 million, or they are around 500,000, but still over 100,000. So many. Then obviously on Instagram, I used to be stuck around the 2,000 views per reel. Now my usual average is around 10. And I surpassed the 10,000 views many times. But it's not just about the views, because obviously if you run a business on social media, you want to create business. And something that I always struggled with was the engagement. People would engage with my content. I wouldn't get comments. I wouldn't get any leads. Now, because the content is improving so much and we're providing value in a different way, and it resonates way more with people that are watching us, they engage with us. So because they engage, especially with our call to actions, because they want our lead magnets, because they believed in us, the content. Now we're getting lots of leads organically. So even the business took off since we started. And so, so on my page specifically, the growth has been tremendous, both on Instagram and TikTok. And I get lots of compliments as well for this. So. It's really good. It's really good.
Yeah, and for mine, obviously, it's a smaller account, but just recently we had a reel that hit 2.3 million. And then since then, see, my account, just to give you an idea, is literally I had 2,500 follows. Then it went over and above 3,000. So I gained literally over 500 follows just from that one reel in a few days. And then since then, all my reels have been 10K plus to 17K, Some have done 250K, some have done 130. So those are the numbers that I'm getting from specific reels as well. And mine is a small account. So
in proportion,
in proportion,
she's performing even better than my account on Instagram.
Well, you know,
it happens. It happens.
Yeah, exactly. I don't mind.
So yeah, we've finally started to see growth in my account. It's much smaller. So yeah, that's been.
Plus, overall, it's just a fun process as well. It used to be very tedious. Now it's fun.
Yeah,
to do
it's
this.
a lot of planning now. Like we dedicate time to it specifically, but now we can't. Now it's fun because we know what to do.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's amazing, guys. Super proud of you. Like how long have we been working for together right now?
It's just a few.
Now it's 3 months.
Okay, so we're like half in the program, and we already got this result. So I'm super happy and excited also to see what will happen in the following 3. I think we might have to do a part 2 of this video, but that's great.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do another one after.
Yeah,
that's amazing. And I guess what I want to ask you at this point is, you got all of these like great results, and that is amazing. But for someone that is watching this video right now, like I'm always the coach, I always provide value, but I would love you to say something that you learned from this program that you believe really helped you out a lot into getting all these results. What would you tell to people? Something that you learn inside of the program, and you think that someone can watch this, apply it, and get results themselves. What would you tell them? Putting you a little bit on the spot here.
I let Alia respond first because I already did this actually with a lady who wanted to sign up and go in touch with me. So I spoke already with her. She wanted to sign up with you guys, and she asked for information from me.
All right, for me, the probably, as in right away that someone can apply, is the mindset shift like we spoke about earlier, and to start viewing it as a business, not as a consumer, to switch your mind. I think that's been the biggest thing for me also, is to switch the mindset to be using it as a business platform while applying all the tools, and being able to do that whilst having that switch to be like, I'm not a consumer, I am producing, like you said, and I'm making content for people to watch. So I train my brain to do that. So that's what I've had to do, and I think that's a very quick thing that's easy. Well, not easy, but like easy to say to someone to do now. Is that something they can do? Definitely.
Amazing.
For me, is having the system, having a framework, having the answers. Obviously, not every single reel that I make goes exactly where I would like it to go. But now I got the right answers. I have a very analytical approach to this. So if I was going to say something to somebody who was going to want to start, it would be like, you got to challenge yourself in something entirely new if you've never done it before, because that's the only way where you can grow and you can learn. And that's exactly what I said to a lady who got in touch with me in private. And obviously, when you start a new coaching program, a new course or whatever, there's always skepticism because you don't know exactly where it's gonna go. But this one here specifically, it does work. It does work. It requires obviously some grinding, requires some research. It requires work, dedication, consistency. Especially, we've been posting every single day for the past 100 days now. So. Congrats. And we never missed one single day. So it takes work. So if you're willing to put in the work, and obviously to challenge yourself in something quite big, but really transformative for yourself and for your business, because most of the people want to exceed in content because they want to grow their business, well, then this is the right step to take, essentially.
Amazing. Thank you so much, guys, for saying that. It really means a lot to me as a coach, and also seeing the progress that we've been able to achieve so far together. I guess also, like we were saying it before, we still have 3 months to go through. Now, looking at what you're able to do with content and everything, what would you guys say is the thing that gets you the most excited about moving forward in the future now?
For me, if I can, is the fact that even if for any reason I lost my account, it got hacked, or I had to start a new business, or whatever I was gonna, or I wanted to, open a new page, I would know now what to do. I had my account open for nearly 10 years, and it never went anywhere. I've been on the same account for 12 years and never made any views. I never really knew what to do with it. And I wish there was a program like this 10 years ago, but there wasn't, unfortunately. But now,
too young.
you guys were kids at the time.
I was 13. Yeah.
I know,
oh my God.
I know. But what excites me the most, that's even if we was going to transition to another business, we would know what to do, and we wouldn't have to start from scratch.
Yeah,
basically.
mine was going to be kind of similar, but just knowing that we can still grow from here. And I think also now knowing that when trends change, I hope we're still learning how to start understanding what those trends are to adapt, because before we didn't, so we were still doing the same thing. Obviously that wasn't working. Like even when you told us to show our content, you're like, this is old. And it's true, it was old. But so now it's like, if we'll start underperforming, it's kind of like, okay, a trend's changing. Okay, we start kind of looking out for new trends, and we start kind of understanding and adapting. So for me, I think that's the most exciting thing, is knowing that we're never going to hopefully be left behind, because we can keep up with the new trends.
That's amazing. And I think it really connects well to what we were saying before about you now really seeing the platforms with a different perspective. Because like you're still like spending the same amount of time, if not less, on the platform, but like you're confident that you can do it again, just because you know how to look at them in the right way now. Like with the right purpose, that is able to always get you to the goals that you guys have. So super glad that happened. And I guess the last question that I have to you is, if you had in front of you, someone in the same position that you were before starting working with us, what is something that you would tell them?
Oh, don't be afraid. Just give them the money and start. Just get started. Because, in the online space, but in general, in sales, there's a lot of, I need to think about it. Let me get back to you. I'm not sure. And most of the times it comes down to their own insecurities, or not being certain that they're gonna be able to pursue that path and to actually make it. But the reality is that everything can be uncertain, but you gotta test yourself and at least try to make it work. And if you're committed and invested enough in your decisions, there's no way it's gonna fail. And even if it does, you still learn something for the future.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, don't get stuck in your own ways. Like, to grow and change, you have to kind of be put out of your comfort zone and try something new. So like, you have to make a change. You have to take that leap, because if you keep doing something that doesn't work, it's not going to change.
Yeah, if you're struggling with your business, for example, and you have an Instagram page, and the Instagram page is not performing, I mean, you've been left behind, because there are so many other people, so many other creators in your niche. They're overperforming you on the content. Content should be the number one thing that you need to focus on the most, because it's the front window of your business. And if you don't treat it as such, well, then there's not much you can do to keep on moving forward. No,
I gotta hire you as my closers, guys.
I did lots of closing calls myself, so
I can see that. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for your time and for like everything that you said about the program. Really makes us proud. And I guess
you're very welcome. It's a pleasure.
Yeah, excited for the next 3 months moving forward. We might have a part 2 of this. And thank you again, guys.
Thanks, Brian.